Welcome to the Insight Lab. Today we're having a necessary conversation about something that's moving fast and needs scrutiny. The hidden risks of AI in therapy. AI therapy tools are rising at an incredible rate. Apps that offer AI chatbots as therapists, platforms that provide mental health support through algorithms, tools that claim to diagnose and treat conditions. They're everywhere. And they're being marketed aggressively, especially to vulnerable populations who can't afford or access traditional therapy. I'm not here to demonize AI. I believe AI has enormous potential in mental health. But I also believe we need to talk honestly about the risks, because some of them are serious. And people deserve to know what they're getting into. Let's start with the most critical risk: misinterpretation of severe symptoms. AI is trained on patterns. When it encounters something that matches patterns it's learned, it responds accordingly. But severe mental health conditions, especially things like suicidality, psychosis, severe trauma, complex PTSD, these require nuanced human judgment. Here's a real concern. Someone in crisis might interact with an AI that doesn't recognize the severity of what's being expressed. The AI might offer generic coping strategies when what's needed is immediate intervention. Or worse, it might miss suicidal ideation that's being expressed indirectly. Human therapists are trained to read between the lines, to sense danger even when someone isn't explicitly saying, "I want to die." They pick up on tone, hesitation, what's not being said. AI, for all its sophistication, doesn't have that intuitive, embodied wisdom. Second major risk: false reassurance. AI is often programmed to be supportive and positive. That's generally good. But it can become dangerous when AI reassures someone about symptoms that actually require professional attention. Imagine someone describing symptoms of bipolar disorder, but the AI responds with, "It's normal to have mood swings. Try meditation and exercise." The person walks away thinking they're fine when they actually need psychiatric evaluation and possibly medication. False reassurance can delay treatment, and in mental health, delays can be devastating. Third risk: missing cultural nuances. Mental health is deeply cultural. What's considered healthy expression varies across cultures. Grief rituals, family structures, attitudes toward mental health, communication styles, all culturally specific. AI trained primarily on Western data might pathologize normal cultural expressions or miss distress that's culturally coded. It might give advice that's culturally inappropriate or even offensive. Human therapists can be trained in cultural competence. AI's cultural competence is only as good as its training data, and that data is often biased toward dominant cultures. Fourth risk: struggles with crisis care. In a crisis, active suicidal ideation, psychotic break, severe panic, acute trauma, people need immediate, skilled human intervention. They need someone who can assess risk, coordinate care, potentially call emergency services, and provide the kind of grounding presence that only humans can offer. I cannot do this effectively. It can't assess true danger in real time. It can't call 911. It can't hold someone's hand. It can't make the judgment call that someone needs hospitalization. Yet, some AI platforms are being marketed to people in crisis. This is deeply concerning. Fifth risk: trauma complexity. Trauma therapy is specialized work. It requires understanding of nervous system regulation, dissociation, triggers, re-traumatization risks, and the delicate pacing of trauma processing. AI can provide psychoeducation about trauma. It can offer coping strategies, but it cannot do the nuanced work of trauma therapy. It doesn't know when to slow down, when pushing someone to process trauma will re-traumatize them, when someone is dissociating and needs grounding. Processing trauma with AI without professional oversight could potentially be harmful, especially for people with complex trauma histories. Sixth risk: Ethical judgment failures. Therapy involves constant ethical decision-making. Should I break confidentiality if I'm worried about this client? How do I handle a situation where a client is being abused? What do I do if a client is engaging in behavior that harms others? A. I doesn't have ethical judgment in the human sense. It follows programming. And while that programming might include some ethical guidelines, it can't navigate the complex, context-dependent ethical dilemmas that arise in real therapy. Seventh risk, the illusion of therapy. This is subtle but important. AI therapy tools can feel like therapy. They're designed to feel therapeutic, but they're not therapy in the clinical sense. This creates a dangerous illusion. People think they're getting mental health treatment when they're actually getting something more like sophisticated self-help. And if they're in that illusion, they might not seek actual treatment when they need it. Eighth risk, privacy and data security. Mental health information is among the most sensitive data. When you share your deepest struggles, traumas, and thoughts with an AI, where does that data go? Who has access? How is it stored? Could it be breached? Could it be sold? Could it be used in ways you didn't consent to? Some AI therapy platforms have been found to share data with third parties, including advertisers. Imagine your mental health struggles being used to target you with ads. Imagine an insurance company getting access to your AI therapy transcripts and using them to deny coverage. Ninth risk, over-reliance without professional oversight. Here's what concerns me most. People, especially young people, are using AI as their primary or only mental health support. No professional oversight. No one to catch when things are worsening. No one to adjust treatment. No one to recognize when medication might be needed. This is fundamentally different from AI being used as a supplement to professional care. AI as supplement, potentially valuable. AI as replacement, dangerous. Now, I want to be balanced here. There are scenarios where AI in mental health can be helpful. As a supplement to therapy, with therapist awareness, for psychoeducation and skill building, for daily check-ins between therapy sessions, for people with mild symptoms who are also seeing professionals, for reducing wait times by providing support until therapy starts, for practicing communication skills before difficult conversations. The key phrase, with professional oversight, or as supplement, not substitute. So what do we do with this information? Here are my recommendations. If you're considering using AI for mental health support, 1. Be clear about what it is and isn't. It's not therapy. It's a tool. 2. If you have serious symptoms, depression, anxiety, trauma, suicidality, psychosis, seek professional help. Use AI as supplement only, with your therapist's knowledge. 3. Be skeptical of claims. If an AI platform claims to diagnose or treat conditions, be very wary. That's medical territory requiring licensure. 4. Research privacy policies. Know what happens to your data. Choose platforms with strong protections. 5. Never use AI as your only support in crisis. Have real humans in your support network. No crisis hotlines. 6. Check in with yourself regularly. Is AI actually helping, or are you avoiding the deeper work that requires a human professional? If you're a mental health professional, 1. Stay informed about AI tools. Your clients are using them whether you know about it or not. 2. Talk openly with clients about their AI use. Create space for them to share what they're learning or struggling with. 3. Consider how you might integrate AI thoughtfully, like having clients use AI for homework between sessions, with you processing the insights together. 4. Advocate for regulation and ethical standards in AI mental health tools. And if you're a policymaker or tech developer, please prioritize safety over profit. Build in safeguards. Require transparency. Partner with licensed clinicians. Test rigorously. Don't rush products to market that could harm vulnerable people. Look, I'm optimistic about the future of AI in mental health. I think it can expand access, reduce costs, provide support at scale, and empower people. But I'm also realistic about the risks. We're in early days. We're experimenting. And when experiments involve human mental health, we need to move carefully. Here's the bottom line. Use AI as support, not substitution. Use it with eyes wide open about its limitations. Use it alongside, not instead of, human connection and professional care when needed. AI is a tool, a powerful tool, but it's not magic. It's not a therapist. And it definitely shouldn't be treated as a replacement for the complex, nuanced, deeply human work of mental health care. Your action step. If you're using AI for mental health, assess honestly. Am I using this as a helpful tool alongside human support? Or am I using it to avoid seeking the professional help I actually need? And if it's the latter, what's one step you could take toward real support today? Get deeper insights on the safe use of AI in mental health by subscribing to the Insight Lab. We're committed to exploring this intersection with both excitement and caution. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and remember, your mental health deserves the best care possible. Don't settle for less just because it's convenient. See you next time.